Hello, and welcome to another live stream Virtual Flight Diaries. We are here with Flight 9 of our A2A 2026 Comanche Challenge. We're here where we last left off here in Cedar Key, Florida, and today we got something of a treat. We're going up to North Carolina. Is our next leg is Tusquittee Landing. It's a private use airport. It's owned by a flying club in the mountains of North Carolina. So this one's going to be a little bit tricky. There's no charts, no no procedures for coming in. It's tucked into a valley at an angle, and it is also a grass strip. So this should be lots of fun. The airport is in the simulator, but it is not in SimBrief. So we had to do some creative flight planning here. So we got Drunk Billy in the chat. Hello, hello. Only chaotic fun. That's right. The Chaos Machine flies again. We got. Let's see here. We got Billy was gracious enough to put the new the new oh man. I haven't finished my coffee today. The new logo, channel logo, onto our tail. So that looks really cool. And thank you, sir, for doing that. And I have my PA-24 Moza profile that I'm working on. The only thing, flight feels good. The only thing is it gets really brick heavy in the flare, and I can't quite figure out how to maybe lighten it up just a little bit. Maybe that's reality for the plane. I don't know. But I've learned to add just a little bit of trim in the landing flare, and it seems to help. So, but let's get on board. Let's get fired up. Everybody's here. We got, looks like a Holden. We got Limp Rocketeer with us, and Drunk Billy's going to be flying along with us. We got a nice conga line going. Let's get this plane fired up. Oh, another thing is, in the reality of the situation here is there is no fuel. So, SimBrief to Regional Mountain, which is an airport that's just a nautical mile or two above the airport we're going to, has given us 200 gallons or 200 pounds of fuel for this flight. We currently have 260 on board. So we're going to be a little conservative with the fuel, but I think we can make the trip with all the fuel on board. But we will monitor it, and if we're not going to take chances, if it gets too low and it doesn't look like we're going to make NC08, we will divert, refuel, and finish the flight. Trying to get it done. I do have dinner plans this afternoon, so I have to be done by 3 at the latest. So let's get moving then. But at least we don't have to. I hate that. At least we don't have to fill up here. Gas prices are pretty still pretty hefty. All right, so we are on the right tank. We got parking brake is on. Let's bring the battery on. Fuel pump can come on. Let's charge the lines. We're looking for fuel pressure. We'll hold that for a few seconds. Fuel pump off. Bring it back to idle. And let's prime the engine. I think 4 will do it. And we'll crack the throttle. Get you out of the way. And let's start her up. And then we'll lean out for ground ops. And we'll let it warm up while we get our Now it's on. Well, we put our flight plan in. So let's update the digital monitor. 46 pounds remain. So we're going to be very crucial with our fuel. We also have a fuel calculator in the GTN 750. Which, why are you not turning on? What the hell? Seriously? All right, reload. I'm going to go all the way back out to main menu. That is so... I honestly don't think... I don't think for some reason that my program loaded. You gotta be kidding me. Just burning very expensive fuel in the meantime. Yeah. I'm going to try one thing, and then we're going to actually just like I always say, folks, bring extra gas. Yeah, I don't want to. All right, so we got to. Let's try this. I'll say take your time. We're good. See, Holden always comes in the end. Look, we fixed it. All right. Yeah, for some reason the background program did not load.
TOS, system test okay.
I don't know if it will be primed up. So we're just going to do a quick little shot of prime. Parking brake set. Jeez. Make sure our fuel stayed right. Yep. Good. Man, we can't wait all day. And now it's loaded twice. Nah, we're good. We're good. We started. All right, we're gonna lean for the ground. All right. So we're going to go to DBN. That is Dublin, Georgia. And then from Dublin, Georgia, we're going to take the V5 to Athens, Georgia. And then from Athens, Georgia, we're going to take the 267 to Corsi. And then we're going to go to NC08 is a custom user airport ID. I think we're good. We're good. We got. Look, we can. Look at. We're all good. We're all good. Just a little hard on the starter. It's okay. Just a little hard on the starter. Mind posting the routes? Sure, I got you. So right, and just follow me, Billy. I got it covered. Yep, yep. He's got a case of Payday candy bars. All right, here's the coordinates for NC08. You wanted to try to create a user waypoint. The other thing is, it is really so from Corsi, it is 353 at 39 nautical miles. So you could just go. We could just go to basic navigation, and we'll be good. So I'm climbing up to. I filed 5,000. So that's where we'll be at. We're going to probably have to climb up a little higher than that at Corsi just to get over the mountain that's there. And then, let me see here, 7317. Oh, I'm no longer connected. All right, there we go. I'm like, why can't I see anything? All right. And then if we can't get into the airport, no matter what, it's a VFR airport. So if it's for some reason socked in or, storms build, whatever, our alternate is Kilo Romeo Hotel Papa. That one has a RNAV, I believe, so we can get in there. But we are on USA East Multiplayer Network and VATSIM. Don't have to fly along with me on VATSIM. VATSIM, the reason I'm online is because of the rules of the series. Real time, real weather, real-ish ATC. So, yes, Western Carolina Regional. Got it. Yep. KRHP is our alternate. All right, guys. We don't have any fuel to waste here. Looks like we're in the green. Let's get out of here. 122. .09. Wait, no. 1229. And then 1228. Cedar Key traffic, Comanche 240 Mike, taxiing runway 05 for departure. I think I could turn out over the grass here. Oh, Holden was floating there, so he kind of went under his wing. Let's do a quick run up. It's 2000. Everything's in the green. Engine sounds good. Let's do left, right. Oh, our spark plugs are nice. All right. And back to 1800, stable. And then we go back. Idle. Man, it holds it idle. Let's go. Holden said you'll go last today? Okay. We're getting out of here. Finally, we're getting out of here. One stage of flaps. Let's go. Park and brake off. Cedar Key traffic. 240 Mike. Departing runway 05. For a left hand turnout to the north. Cedar Key. All right, let's power up. In the green, tokens in chat, let's go. Flight 9. Climb power in. About to put the gear up. The gear not coming up. Why is our gear not coming up? Oh, you guys can see the switches. Oh man, this really? All right, we're diverting to KCTY. We're diverting across city. We'll be able to get fuel there too. Not what I wanted to do. So it's not the keyboard. I'm going to restart the whole sim, guys. I want to get to cross cities. Sorry about this, but there's no way we can go all the way on our trip with the gear hanging. But it's not showing. That's the thing. So it's not showing anything wrong. So there's some kind of bug. Yep, control bindings out. I've cleared all my control bindings. Do a fresh start. We'll continue on from Cross City. Circuit breaker? Circuit breaker. Where is the gear circuit breaker? Autopilot, that's the turn coordinator. Where is that circuit breaker? Who was that? Billy 33 drink, you just saved the stream. Woohoo! Nice. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much. 33 Dirk and Drunk Billy coming in for the win. All right. Now let's get reestablished in our flight. Yeah, I must have clicked it somewhere along the line. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, so we are back on track. And let's climb up to 5,000 feet and get back on course. All right. Of course, we did burn a good bit of fuel. That's going to be the major problem. Fuel pump is still on. Let's switch tanks. Fuel pump off. Hours and 42 minutes. Climb power back in. We'll lean it out real good. We should be able to get up to speed and saving some fuel. But like I said, we got Dublin and Athens to land at if we have to divert. I can't believe it was a circuit breaker. All that. Now I don't have a keybind. A2A coming in with the reality. That's insane. Spring just reset. A lot of glitches going on today. A lot of glitches today. I don't know what's up. But Chaos Machine, right? Would not be a Virtual Flight Diaries stream without something going on, right? You know what would be nice? Is always check the circuit breakers. You're absolutely right. I should have checked the circuit breakers as the first thing you do when you're troubleshooting a problem. Lessons learned. Lessons learned. But that's why I have you guys. That is why I have you guys. Hats off to you guys. Check, reset, complaint. Yep. Check, reset, complain. We do a little cruise climb kind of situation here. It's power back. All right, there's 5,000 feet. All right, lean it out. Some noise canceling on. All right, so we got 33 degrees virtual peak. That sounds good. Actually, can come back just a little bit. That gives us an endurance to tanks dry of 3 hours. 2 hours we have, so that gives us an extra hour of fuel. All right, leaned out properly. So that extra hour of fuel will give us a little bit to play with in case we can't get, you know, a go around attempt, a couple go around attempts, and a flight over to our alternate if we have to. That's good. We also have this. Let me do. From position to NC08, user data point to point. Fuel required 26 gallons. And that puts us 56-ish minutes reserve. All right, so that's showing a little. I guess we're getting adjusted just a little bit. But that shows us, if this is all correct, that shows that we're going to make it to our destination. So we'll certainly keep monitoring that, right? And this seems to be as accurate, so we'll follow this for a quick reference. But when we get to Dublin, we'll redo a recheck with the main with this calculator. All right. All right, we're off. So let's go to chill mode, guys. All right, everybody's airborne, everybody's relaxing. So, how is everybody doing so far this weekend? What do you guys think about? So, did you guys hear about M Scenery their unceremonious removal from Marketplace? I think my personal opinion is I think it was about time that M Scenery got removed from Marketplace. Liberator says it seems like the worst is behind you. Just remember though, the trees are still in play. Yes, the trees. It's always the trees. There's a lot of trees where we're going too. Billy says, best thing done in a while. Yes. First real good thing that Asobo did was finally listen to a community and remove them. I don't mean to. Oh, man. Little pause there. I don't like that. I don't mean to disparage developers, but those guys were a scam. That's the best way you can put it. Those guys were a scam. And it was what they mostly preyed on, I guarantee you, was the new guys to the sim, which we don't need that. We need new people into the sim hobby. We need to not be scammed like that. That was just crazy. And that they were going on for how many years? 2020, yeah. But I am certainly glad to see them gone. All right, guys, if you're just joining us, we're flying the Piper PA-24-250 Comanche by A2A Simulations, native for 2024. And we've been doing a long-running series. This is Flight 9. Back in January, I took up the A2A Ownership Challenge, and I made it into a series. And we're taking this plane all over the United States this year and across Canada. and we're keeping track of fuel costs, maintenance costs, as if we actually own the plane. There's a spreadsheet that was put together by Billy in the Discord that's keeping track of everything, all the expenses. We've set ourselves a $250,000 budget, and it included purchasing the plane, which we purchased in Ohio back in January as a barn find, and we've built it up to this right now. So, but everything, when Billy did delivery for this, we incorporated a paint job price. That's how detailed we're going with it. Say new guys and console players. Console players have very little options. They rely on the marketplace, and to have that in there polluting it was, yeah. Being in the profession that I'm in, I don't like scammers. Really grinds my gears, if you to turn a phrase. And the regular veteran community all knew what it was, but it really was preying upon the new guys. And they were charging $30 some for their premium products that were oh well. Anyway, I'm glad to see they're gone. Glad to see they're gone. So this is Flight 9. So we're leaving from Cedar Key, and we're taking a nice little trip up to Tusquittee, North Carolina. It's a private use airport owned by a flying club. So we got some scenery off of Flight Sim TO, which is pretty cool. And with all the animated elements in there, there's actually cows and stuff like that are part of the scenery. It's a pretty good free scenery from Flight Sim TO. But grass strip, it's a difficult approach, so this should be a lot of fun. As Limp said, yeah, I think I bought 2 of those products before I figured out that they're garbage. Well, I feel sorry for you, Limp, that you got scammed with that. How did you find this airport? So I remember Billy saying, let's find a grass strip to land on. And there was no good ones in, I think it was Billy, one of you guys said it. Anyway, there was no good ones in Florida, scenery-wise. So I went and used the scenery map in Flight Sim TO and just started looking at different airports. And I found this one. That scenery, the map tool in FSTO is really good, because then you can click 2024 and it filters out all the non-2024 airports. So I clicked on it, and I was really looking for real small town feel airports. If I couldn't find a grass strip, we were going to go to definitely some backwoods community airport, but found this one. I saw that it all had to offer, and yeah, you're going here. Plus, it's really cool. So what's really cool, and here's my thinking. So July 4th, World Update, I forget which number it was. well, anyway, the world update for 2024 is coming out, and it's national parks. And Tusquittee Landing puts us just south of the Great Smoky Mountain National Park. So I figured for Flight 10, we'll take a little tour of what the Smoky Mountains have to offer for us in the update, because they're getting an update. So Bill said we could always land in the middle of nowhere. We could always land in the middle of nowhere. I mean, we could put it down in a farm field if we wanted to, right? Oh, it says that'll be awesome. Yeah. So that's my plan. I thought it would be really cool. We can go look at, we could tour the landmarks that they're going to add for the Smoky Mountains for Flight 10. Because that's what this whole challenge is about. We're owning this plane, we're touring the U.S., and it's really cool that this flight is kind of butting up against that that national parks drop. So we get a hold of Brian from Say Intentions and have him add your voice holding to Say Intentions, and we'll set up the tour guide for the Smoky Mountains. Or another thing I was thinking we could do is you could come in, if you know, I know you live around that area. Come in the Discord and kind of we could do a tour guide flight of the area if you want to. Limb Rocketeer says that, yeah, I flew up from Key West last night to Cedar Key, so I'm still true to the flight. Nice. That's awesome. Keeping with the program. Keeping with the program. I like it. Possibly. I'll let you know if I could. All right. Yeah, no thanks. Just an idea. So I'm wondering, world updates, don't world updates usually get an airplane? I wonder if they're dropping an airplane with that world update. I don't know what would be good to represent the national parks. But it's really cool that Asobo is doing that for our 250th anniversary of our country. That's actually pretty good. That's pretty cool of them. Oh, I picked up the Falcon 50. and I'm not a fan of the autopilot, but I'm gonna give it a couple more tries. It's definitely a learning type of aircraft, so it's not a hop in and go. But everything else is really good with it. It's actually, a really nice flying aircraft. I'm not a fan of the autopilot. Oh no, I got the weather front up here. Yeah, but 3 engines and 4,000 nautical miles for a biz jet. So I think it's just going to be a matter of having to get used to. Yeah, we are getting it. So Georgia's got some weather. Yeah, no, I made sure my weather was right. And I figured out the problem what was causing my weather failures, and it was Rex Atmos. I got rid of Rex Atmos, and I haven't had a weather issue since. That's not what you're looking at? I know it's working. Yeah, I don't know. But ever since I learned about being able to adjust the EV globally for the sim, I haven't needed Rex. Zero impact, and it looks a lot better. I don't know. Post the screenshot in Discord. I want to see what you're looking at, because I see a front. But we had. See, if I was having the weather problems, I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't be able. This would be 29.9. You're getting the same weather as me? Huh. Weird. Very weird. I don't know what's up with that. I think it's possible that the sims just don't load. Everyone's sims load the weather just slightly different. Yeah, if I was having the weather bug, I wouldn't be able to do any kind of magic barrel ref. So I'm good. I just didn't load what you guys are seeing. So let's see. I mean, with clouds, just wispier. Maybe my settings are different. They said the weather sync was fixed. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. It could also be a graphic thing. I don't know. My settings just might be slightly different than yours. Huh. Something to investigate. But I could see you guys are flying in through clouds there. Unless they popped in behind me. If you haven't already, guys, hit that like button. It really helps out the channel. Helps put our name out there to like-minded individuals that might want to see this kind of stuff. We try to do this group flight at least once a month. Sometimes it goes a little longer, but I'm trying to be consistent with it. So if you like the A2A Comanche and A2A products, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We're really close to getting to 1,000 subscribers, guys. And that coveted tradition when we reach a milestone is the long haul live stream. And I think for the long haul live stream, in Virtual Flight Diaries fashion, I think we're going to do something a little different. I think we're going to take a different kind of plane. You know, everybody takes airliners across the pond. Why don't we take a different kind of plane across the pond? Something, maybe a business jet. We get a long haul business jet by then. Well, we do have one. We have the Falcon 50. So, the Falcon 50 could definitely go across the pond, guys. Or maybe some Boeing business jet. That'll be a little different. Teterboro to London. No, anyway. Oh, Dirk has subscribed to the channel. Thank you very much, sir. Welcome to the crew. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you. Retrofitted C-172. Oh, wow. How long would that take? Longer probably than the cap for live streams. That would be pretty cool. We could simulate putting fuel tanks on there. We'd have to do the old northern track across Greenland and stuff like that, so we have points to land on. But like I said, the Falcon 50 flies nice. I just have to, I really have to just get used to that autopilot, figure out how it all really works. But I was flying it last night. And that certainly has have the range to do across the pond. And they're coming up with some other long range ones too. I think the CL350 go across the pond. That's the next one coming out for flight effects. We get 64 days with FS Copilot. Classic Jet Sim Pilot is the chat. Hey, VFD, can't stay too long, but saw that you were on and wanted to check in. CJ, welcome to the stream. Thank you for stopping by. Really do appreciate it. Iron Hurts, almost Lancare. Yeah. So Billy says they are. How are you doing, sir? Hey, CJ, I know you like the F-100s, man. That plane is nice. We'll do some virtual AAL flights in the Fokker. So we have first personal walkthrough. Are you actually a pilot, PPL or CPL? No, I am a flight sim enthusiast, and I do love aviation, but I do not hold my PPL. Unfortunately, there is a very long story as to why I don't hold my PPL. I did hold a student pilot certificate many moons ago, but I could not maintain the medical. So you said Just Flight belongs in every conversation that includes Phoenix and PMDG. Yes, they are. They are a contender for everybody. And just like PMDG, Phoenix, Black Square, I think when Just Flight drops a plane, you should get it sight unseen and not be worried about it. That's the type of dev they are. That is definitely the type of dev. You are a commercial multi-engine trying to get into the airlines? Awesome. That is very cool. That is very cool. A lot of VALO flights to be had. I just did America West this morning in the F-70. So much fun. Yes, guys, we're going to be seeing a lot of the Fokker F-70 F-100s next week. I have a feeling I'm going to be flying a lot of that. I said I think with my first flight stream, I have to figure out some things with it, especially like RNAVs, but it definitely is a lot of fun to fly. A lot of fun. So Hole said, by the way, either you play for the Phillies or you have a twin. I was just watching last night, and one of the players looks like you. Well, you know. They say good luck getting to the airlines. Yeah, that is really cool. That is really cool. If it's a secret cycler, yes, I'm a secret Philadelphia Phillies. Who's the? Do you remember who the player was? You remember who the player was? So I have to look that up now. All right, let's get in. Let's do a fuel check. I think we're good. We could do. Let's do a tank switch. Going left to right. Fuel pump on. All right. Say the right main on, left off. We still got noise out the front. Fuel pump off. 2 hours, 27 minutes of endurance time, and we got an hour and a half, so we're still good on fuel to make it to our destination. But there's another issue. Depending on how much fuel we have left at Tusquittee, we're going to have to probably still fly up to RHP on the next flight to get fuel. As I said, got a bolt. Have fun, VFD and chat. Almost to the 1,000 mark. Keep digging. CJ, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Yes, we are almost to 1,000. We're almost past that milestone. And congratulations to you passing that milestone. It's a great feeling, isn't it? Kyle Schwarber. All right. You think I look like Kyle Schwarber? All right. Let's look it up. Let's look it up. I don't know. Maybe. My beard's a lot bushier, though. All right, now we're getting into something here. Maybe our weather finally synced up, because this is what I'm coming into. So with his batting helmet on, yeah. All right. So I heard. Let's climb and have a full throttle at altitude. Ooh, I don't have the fuel for that though, Einhertz. I don't have the fuel for that. We're really fuel limited today because of the whole realism thing with this series. There was no fuel at Cedar Key, so I had to take off with what I had on board. So unfortunately, I won't be able to do any kind of shenanigans. I did not see the game last night. I was going to look up the highlights today. Did you see we fired your manager? Make sure we'll help TS a bit more. You probably are right. I did file for 5,000 though on the network. What's your fuel flow now? So we are right around just above 13 gallons per hour, which gives us 2 hours and 22 endurance with an hour and 30 left in the flight. I think I'm gonna just stay here. I love how you automatically assumed it was a sim problem and not you. Yeah, you'll enjoy the highlights. One of our players robbed Soto of a home run. Oh, really? To check it out. I have to check it out. And it says, just try. You can always climb down again. All right. Said, yeah, it was insane. He just jumped 10 feet into the air, hitting the wall, and caught it. All right, so it was 10 feet hitting the wall. Wow. All right, I'll have to check out the highlights. That's pretty good. So Iron says we should go up. What do you think, chat? The thinner air might help with fuel. Certainly get us out of this soup. All right, so let's the only problem is the climb power will burn fuel up. All right, let's do just a little cruise climb, keeping the same power settings. And we'll go up to 7,000. Nice shallow cruise climb. Why is my trim doing that, guys? Nice shallow cruise climb up. Keep the same power settings. That should keep the fuel flow just right. So we can slowly get up to 7,000 and see if it does better for our fuel. There is a weird trim setting. I wonder if this profile has like hardware trim. I wonder if I could fix that. All right, guys, we're going up to 7,000. We'll see if it doesn't fuel. If not, we'll try and cruise climb up to 9,000. And that should be it. Because I know there's a hardware trim setting. I'm trying to learn all the settings, and I created this profile from scratch, so I could have clicked a weird thing because I don't understand all the settings yet. So I wonder if 7,000 will get us out of the soup. That makes sense. Yeah, it keeps wanting to reset my trim to neutral. Wonder if it's doing that with the like if we can actually physically see it. Come on. Just 100 more feet, guys. 7,000. There's 7,000. Now the temperatures are a little cooler up here. So let's can actually lean it out a little more. Do 23 squared. Said on climb time, more RPM will help you stay with power bonus, and throttle MP will go down anyways. Carb better not take long way. It eats too much power. Yeah. All right, so we're at 7,000. I could squeak out a little more. So we have 10 knot headwind, or a 5 knot headwind up here. Let's try 9,000. That's where we're going to stop. We don't. You're saying I should put in climb power and just get up there? All right. All right, let's go. Let's try 9,000. See what that does. We'll put climb power in. Manifold pressure is going to drop anyway. Yep, Moza keeps wanting to reset my trim. Not happy. All right, yep, so I'm at full throttle now. Thousand to go. Plenty of energy. Our best climb rate is 90, I believe. Yeah, stop it, bad Moza. I know there's a setting that I could do that kills the hardware trim or something like that on the Moza. All right, there's 9,000. $21 over $23. Yep. Fixed. Got it. Let's see. Hardware trim off. No access follow. No AP follow. Recommended by Discord. Okay. Yeah, we're going to have to make some fixes to the profile. All right. All right, we are cruising faster. And I know my engine just seems to be running a little rough. Squeaked out about 10 minutes doing this. Yeah, 12 after 10. So we were at 13. I'm able to get under 13. So we're actually saving more fuel up here. That's for sure. About a gallon an hour, which then... No. Nope, no. Wrong one. There we go. So that puts us 57, 58, 59. It's about 10 minutes. About 10 minutes. And I'm at full throttle. And we're going faster. So, cool. We'll stay up here for a little while. Because my yoke is shaking, though. That's a Comanche thing. It acts weird. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So I'm going to have to make some adjustments for the profile. So it said hardware trim off, no access follow, and no autopilot follow. It's recommended by Discord. That'll be for the future for the Comanche profile. I'll start sending you the profile, Billy. You could test it out, see what you think. But everything is in the green, and we're saving fuel, so not a bad day, not a bad idea. 9 hertz, good call. Good call. Use buttons for trim, never a problem with that. Yeah, so I have the Moza force feedback yoke, and I'm new to it. And apparently there is a bug with the yoke with trim in this aircraft. So and I'm working. I didn't download a profile. I built this one from scratch, so I'm kind of still in the work in progress, dialing it in for the force feedback one. Because I didn't like your SimCFI's profile. I felt it was just way too heavy on the controls. Yeah, after the stream, I'll make the adjustments, and then I'll send it to you in the Discord. But we're definitely cruising a little more fuel efficient, so I like it. Said I use force without feedback. Got you. I'm using the Tony one from FSTO. Okay. How's that one feel? I use force feedback without force. So you just get feedback. I'll tell you what, though, I've gone to this force feedback, and I don't think I want to go back to anything else. But we all look good. We're all in the green. We're on the low end of our gallons per hour. I like it. Two hours, 8 minutes endurance with an hour and 10 to go. Billy said dial down a bit. It's good. I'll have to see what settings he has. My DC3 profile. I have to send you that one too, Billy. My DC3 profile is becoming a labor of love for me. And her said no extra things. I don't understand spring sticks, force feedback too if you hit the pedals and after aircraft goes powers an adverse roll and stick won't move because airflow hits the ailerons, force feedback won't work. Yeah, so that's the thing of force feedback too. Not every plane in the simulator also gives it proper signals, so it gets weird sometimes. I've had it just goofing around with different planes. I had it where the yoke just locked up on me, like it went full weight because it was getting the wrong signal, I guess, from the airplane. So force is enough for control. So I guess you can go right. So I guess you can make the setting direct, which is just feedback from the plane, from my understanding. Yeah, no moving, no following the autopilot, that kind of stuff. Speed feedback is a good thing, but not necessary. I guess not. I guess it wouldn't be. I want it because, wind deflection over the control surfaces is, like a realistic feel, and not all the planes offer that. All right, we're coming over Dublin, Georgia. the Moses software is getting real versatile. I heard that. I heard it's come a long way since its first release. What's your outside air temperature? Oh, wow. 9,000 feet. It's 50 degrees. Wow. It's a hot day in Georgia. I guess the real professional one is CLS to sim for force feedback. I know things like the Brunner yoke use it. There's another yoke that uses it. I guess they're considered like the professional ones. But so you think Moza could catch up? I think so too. I mean, they're what CLS to sim has been around for a long time, so they're the new kid on the block. So it's going to take a little bit, but I think you're right. I think they can catch up. They are the standard for Moza is the standard for racing. You're absolutely correct. So they've been a long time in the force feedback business. They're just new to force feedback with aviation, with airplane sims. But they've been the flagship standard for racing for years. That's what you said. Native surface position after trim is another good thing with force feedback. It should be modeled for any controls, but it is rare thing for simulations. Yeah. So like this plane, on this plane not so much, but the other planes, like the Black Square Caravan, you can actually feel the elevator get lighter in your hand as you trim, which is, and real airplanes you trim by feel. So it'll come around. It's all in its infancy. So, and I think as it becomes more and more of a popular thing, I think the SimConnect elements, the LVARs that command force feedback, will start becoming a standard in development builds. They just got to bring the price down. It's expensive for the hobbyist. After years, X65 eyes, all I need is just feedback. I get that. Billy says niche products will always be expensive. I don't know. Wind Control's coming in there with their force feedback. That's a lot cheaper than these guys. But SimApp, I don't know. I don't know if they're going to be. I don't know if they're going to do it. So they're going to come in cheaper, but I don't think they have. They need to do some tweaking on the SimApp Pro, I think. They cheap out on other things, right? And then it's it right now. I think it's in that market. It's a get what you pay for kind of thing. So I think they're going to have force feedback, but you're going to be limited to SimApp Pro, which then is going to limit you to specific airplanes. So yeah, you're going to be able to get a force feedback yoke for $450, $500, but you can only use it for the PMDG Boeing or the iFly Boeing, where Moza and CLS the Sim and Bruner and all those guys, you can set up profiles for each plane, and it reads each LVAR. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe SimApp Pro is going to update to something similar to what we have here with the Moza cockpit. All right. Let's get the music back going again. I prefer paying a premium for all-around support, and Mozy is good for that. Yeah, so as far as the market, like I heard Bruner pretty much ghosts their clients once they purchase. There's not much support here. Moza, like you said, Moza's been around in the racing industry for so long. They have a full infrastructure of customer support. So all right, so we're on our turn, which is just pretty much a straight shot up to our airport now. We did do some turns. Let's check it out where we're going. Winds are staying pretty much the same. Fuel's looking good. All right, so yeah, I think we're good. Let's do a tank switch. Fuel pump off. Yeah, we're less than an hour to go. I like it. We have nearly a full hour of extra fuel on board. And we have our ox tanks to use in emergency. I got six gallons in our auxiliary tank, so that'll keep our engine going for an emergency for about 30 minutes. True words. We got to eventually come into a major airport. We need to clean our plane. So Tusquittie's got no fuel and no major mechanic resources. So we gotta do this one right. No trees. No, we can't. With the reality aspect of this, that we're with the real rules that we're using. If I hit a tree, it will total the plane, and the series would be done. So, no, no trees. No trees, no balling it up on landing. We got to do it just right. Plus, I think this is going to be our first grass strip too. So, all right, hey, just a reminder, folks, tuning in and watching, we're flying to Tusquittee Landing. It's a private airport. This is Flight 9 of our A2A Comanche series. Also, just a reminder to everybody, because we're utilizing the persistence model to its maximum, there's no replays on this stream, these streams here. Replays actually activate the persistence model of every plane, and they're very hard on a plane that actually does that. So we haven't been doing replays just to preserve the aircraft itself. First official one, at least. Yes, first official one. So I don't have tip tanks on the Comanche, but if I do, I'd burn the fuel from there first for less load on the wings. So we are actually, so if you look, you're absolutely right. You're supposed to burn the tip tanks first, but we are down to the minimum on the tip tanks. You're supposed to burn the tip tanks down to, and this is according to A2A. So I'm quoting them. You burn the tip tanks down to quarter. So when we flew up from Key West to Cedar Key, we burned the tip tanks first. But since we're at the minimums, we're leaving that as reserve. So you're absolutely right. So since there was no fuel, we couldn't take any fuel because Cedar Key has no fuel. We had to leave the tip tanks. But yeah, when I do my fuel calculations for these flights, we do put fuel in the tip tanks and burn them in cruise. Wind's picking up a little bit. Not terrible. I think this storm front here near Atlanta is causing us a little bit of wind issues. Not terrible wind issues, though. Still good on the fuel. It's up to date. So when I was up to Cedar Key, I went over to Circle K, got a couple gas cans, and I'm good to go on fuel. That's funny. I don't think you could put. I don't know if you could actually put regular car gas, because these engines I don't think run actually unleaded fuel. Because the 100 LL is 100 octane low lead. There's actually leaded gas. It's actually leaded gas. So you'd have to stop at Pep Boys and buy lead additive to add to the gas. They might work, but won't like it. Probably. I don't know. I honestly have this. I don't know if how that works. There are unleaded fuels for aviation. So we get up to the next airport, fuel up. I'll just flush it out with some diesel. Well, there's actually no fuel at Tusquittee either. And of course, there's always the Red Hawk with the Mercedes engines. I actually don't know anything about the Red Hawk. Should just put a diesel engine in it and be done with it. Then off to the Circle K I go. Is there Circle K's in North Carolina? Oh, 172 diesel. Yes. I like the Diamond aircraft with the diesel. Was it the A6 something diesel engine? Then we just burn Jet A. But what's cool about those engines is you can actually use automotive diesel in those engines. Dumb question. Where do you get the info on whether or not there's fuel at an airport? So I use an app called, or a website called AirNav. It's actually a real world pilot resource, airnav.com. And that's what I've been using for this series to get our actual, because they do up-to-date fuel prices as well. So since we are monitoring the financial end of this airplane as well, I use the fuel prices that they offer as well. Knowing John, I probably call up the air. Don't put it past me. Don't put it past me. Because I'll be honest with you, I actually looked into the viability of to try to keep the realism. I looked into the viability of actually having fuel delivered to Cedar Key. And spending the extra money. The service does exist, but the fuel I needed was below the minimums that they required, so I couldn't make it real. But I think the minimum for fuel delivery was like 50 gallons, and I didn't need 50 gallons, so. And it was going to put a big cut in the budget. So it was like $850 to put 50 gallons of fuel in your airplane. So we add phone numbers to the spreadsheet. Limp, get the Jeep. You got fuel to carry. But yep, airnav.com. It's a great resource. They even have pilots put reviews in of the FBOs. I think you can lean the mixtures out just a little more. What do you think we could go down to? Ooh, that's it. That is it. I know the power will go down. Oh, so the prop. So we bring it back. Do 21 squared. Ish. That's about as low as we can go. 11 gallons per hour. At least in this plane. Don't know if it's reality, but in the sim, that's it. That is it. So now we're going slower. So we have 49 minutes. But this engine is sipping on the gas, sipping on it. Yeah, get back richer. I lost one. Yeah, so we're not. Let's put some more gas in. I think 60% is the book for super long range cruise. So we'll do 60% on the horsepower. That's about it. We're sipping on the gas, guys. According to the manual, I think 60% is the lowest. So we were kind of dipping below the book. I regret I said about the mixture. No, you're good. You're good. Just don't want the engine to go quiet. That's what we don't want. But I think we're good. We're good. So we're back up to 12. So not much difference. Not much difference anyway. But 21 squared. 21 squared gives us a little. Well, we're 21/22, really. 21 over 22. But we got hour 42 and we're 45 minutes. So hour extra fuel, we're good. I don't think I'm too worried about whether our tanks are going to go dry. All right, so we're on the left tank, so just got to watch that one. There's also the usable fuel thing. So if it gets down to here, there may be gas in the tank, but it's not going to be something that we can do. It'll still kill the engine. And I got to remember that my I no longer have any keybinds, so I actually have to use the switch. I have to fix that. There's also no CTAF for this airport, so we'll make our calls on 122.8. This is really just a privately owned strip near a farm, so I have no weather information. So let's see. Western Carolina Regional is landing runway 3. No, they're not landing runway 3. They're landing runway 21. Should have readers on. So they're landing runway 26. I think we're 321 with this airport. So CTAF at this airport is slide downwind and open your little window out and scream outside. Hey, yo, we're coming in. Right? I like it. Definitely. That is exactly what this is. We actually use hand signals. We'll stick a hand out and like, hey, we're coming in. Wind is favoring 2/8. Okay, so we're going to come in from that side, which is the worst side. Which is the worst side. So 2/8. Let's put 2/8 in here so we'll get our situational awareness. 3015 on the Barrow. Okay. I hope these clouds clear up a little bit so we can get down into that valley. VFR conditions 8 miles viz. All right. Good enough for government work. I mean, in Alaska in the caravan, we came in what, half mile viz? We just threw the regulations book out the window there. Definitely want to. The FAA definitely wanted to talk to us after that landing. What are regulations? Yeah. Where we're going, we don't need no regulations. Alaska could be 8 feet viz. I think it's, what was I talking about? Special VFR that bush pilots use in Alaska. I think it's 1 mile instead of the 3 miles. He called them there up at the airport and found out that info. Probably did. Not even a long distance phone call. It's funny, these gamer tags. Look at this one. Jeez. No, just the in-game tablet, really. Got all that from the in-game tablet? I didn't think Asobo had it in them. All right, 30 minutes left, guys. Well, 34 minutes left, but we're almost there. This is going to be interesting. So the sim does have yeah. So like I said, the airport is in the sim. It's just not in sim brief or Navigraph, which I think this is what just draws on Navigraph. So Tusquittee. The heck? Yay. Oh, this MEDAR is for DZJ. But I guess they found the closest one. Seven knots. That shouldn't be too bad. carb heat in that mess in front. Yeah. We're above 10C though, but I guess we could do some. I'm just curious because I am not a real world pilot. I'm just curious what carb heat does to an engine that's already on its minimums. We'll throw it out there when we get into the cloud. Remove ice and water from the carbs in any position with different speeds. Okay. Lip said I just posted for my our app on Discord. Oh, geez. You know what? That's exactly what the sim is saying. That's pretty cool. So this is what Limp posted. It's saying exactly what the sim is saying. Nice. Look at that mess. Look at that mess in front of us. Oh, cool. We got Holden off to our left. And Billy and Lip Rocketeer thing. So we got a little attack formation going there. I put a link to the website that I get the information from. Nice. That's good because it's extremely accurate. Well, it's accurate for the sim, which is good stuff. I'm still going to land last, circle around while you guys land. Yeah, so you got the Bonanza, so you're actually moving a little faster than us. and I'm in long range cruise mode. But I think I should do let's do a fuel swap. Just want to keep it more and more even. Fuel pump on, right main on, left main off. Fuel pump off. Speaking of Bonanza, I used to like that restaurant. I was more of a Ponderosa guy myself. I'd show up there at 4:30 for the early bird special with my grandfather all the time. Yeah, we didn't have. I don't recall having a Bonanza. I remember going to Ponderosa a lot, getting the salad bar, all you can eat salad bar as a kid, and a fried chicken leg. My dad would watch. My great grandfather used to watch Bonanza and Gunsmoke. Less than 30 minutes to go, guys. And I used to rewatch Run. I forget which show it was. It was obviously it was reruns, but there was I don't know if it had it was a Montana ranch, I think, and it had a Cessna 310 in the series, a Snowbird. I don't remember what the name of the show was, but I used to watch that. Miss Kitty and Fetus, yeah, Festus, Festus, right? Festus. I was big as a kid. I watched every Sunday was kung fu kung fu theater afternoon. I used to watch all the old kung fu shows. Little Dr. Brown's cherry soda. Kung Fu Theater would come on Sunday. Yes, Kung Fu Theater would come on, and then it was WWF, Hulk Hogan, the whole 9 yards. That was my Sunday afternoons. So I have engine vibration on in the yoke, and she really does not like these low settings. My yoke is just like vibrations are crazy high as it is, right? Could probably turn that one down because I think that's a feedback based on propeller vibration. Oh, it would have been crazy to have the force feedback yoke when our first flight when we took this thing from Ohio over to Reading, and we had the propeller problem. That had to feel crazy. All right. Again, weird telemetry. Yeah, so I think the A2A is going to be another labor of love until we figure out how to get it working perfectly. But I think, Billy, if we put our brains together, we can actually get the perfect Comanche feedback setting for the Moza. Yeah, I think Holden blew the doors off of us. Wow. Working perfectly, it would have to be an A2A thing. You need to force feedback is the future of flight sim. So the devs need to start thinking about that when they create planes. Going 152. Yeah, it's like 6 knots faster than we're going. Nothing good could come of you two putting your brains together. Oh boy. I don't think the external program is communicating almost at all to the so it's an external program thing. They're busy with their Lancair project though. Lip is right. It would be glorious. That's right. It won't be just good, it'll be glorious. All right, Lim. Limp's already self-imposing timeouts. Uh-oh. All right, so we're coming up on Corsi. So they'll have 39 nautical miles left to go. And we should have plenty of fuel to do a go around if we have to. Also, to make it to our alternate of which is just a mile or two north of us. So I don't know yet because we still have to go over that ridge, which is pretty high. We're talking 7,000. So I think we're not going to know really anything until we get closer. But if we can see the mountain ridge, we're golden. We'll dive through the cloud. As long as I can see the mountain ridge, we should be all right. But ideally, yes, a hole would be perfect. Of course, Holden's going to be able to give us a report over the airport very shortly, so. What's the MMA? So the MAA, I believe, is 6,000. Slow dive at 15 minutes, and speed will be more a bit. Oh man, this translator. So Holden says, "Aye, aye, Captain," and it translated, "Goodbye, Captain." That's kind of ominous. When Billy said dive, I heard Prince scream dive. Oh, dive. Should break up over these mountains, right? Should. But 15 minutes in the speed, we'll give it a shot. If we can find a hole, though, my report will be silence. Prince Fulton. Flash Gordon. If we see contact lost on Holden, we know what to expect. I certainly, man, if YouTube wouldn't destroy my channel, I certainly would throw on some Flash Gordon soundtrack as we approach this airport. Yep. He's attacked by the Hawkman. Love that show. Greatest soundtrack ever. The soundtrack made that movie. The movie wasn't great. Let's face it, it was very B-roll, but man, that soundtrack. Queen did the soundtrack. All right, so we are. How far out are we? All right, 7,800 feet is our minimum safe. So we're actually going to just stay at this altitude until we get closer. Rated soundtrack is the Lord of the Rings. I don't know. I don't know about that one. I don't know if I can get on board with that one, guys. I mean, it was a good soundtrack, but nah. Queen, come on. I know it's the best movie music are Spaceballs. Oh, Spaceballs. Yeah, well, that was a good movie. Anything Mel Brooks. Clouds are more clear to your right. Adorable. Spaceballs the flamethrower. Merchandising. The real where the real money for the movie comes from. I really think Spaceballs 2 should have been named The Search for More Money. I'm about to get out of this layer. It looks a lot more clear by the airport. All right. It's unpopular opinion, Billy. Sorry. When I was a kid, I was actually a member of the Queen fan club. All right. They sent us correspondence letters and everything because there was no email. All right, so we're 8 minutes out. I'm just going to start a slow descent. Did not like disengaging that. I got to slowly bring the mixture in so we don't go quiet out front. And what's the largest tank just to be? Yeah, we're pretty even. Yeah, so I'm going to go down to 7,000. I know the minimum's 8,900. I don't know. We'll try to be visual. I want to be visual of the ridge, though. I don't want to be in the soup. So that's rain right there. We can also kind of slink over here. Tusquittee traffic, 240 Mike, inbound to land Tusquittee. Yeah, it's clear at the airport. It'll be good. You want to be at 5 to get into the valley. Okay. My plane. All right, there's the airport. All right, I'm going to circle around and fly up the valley and turn around and come in to land. Nah, we're good. We're good because I'm powering back. I want that. I want all that power in the go around.
Sync rate. Pull up. Pull up. Pull
Too much.
Pull up. Sync rate.
Yes, sync rate check. All right, so that's the airport. in through here. Oof. All right, lights are on. Let's go first stage of flaps. Come around this horn.
Five hundred. Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead. Pull up. Pull up. Terrain ahead. Too low. Terrain. Too low. Terrain. Too low. Terrain. Too low. Terrain.
Where I don't see the airport.
Terrain ahead. Pull up. Terrain ahead. Too low. Terrain.
Stop. Where is the airport? There we are. Look out for the cows. Floater little. Come on. Oof. Not my best. Not my worst, though. Let's lean it out. Burn some of that carbon off the plugs. Because I certainly was. Carpy could come in. Park right underneath this tree. And we'll go watch everyone else come in. Why? Said, way to make the plugs dirty. Yep. Y Echo is some double GTXI. 6-cylinder looks not very good. Oh, I don't know. We made it. We made it. We're going to land the opposite way. That's not a good place to land like that. Yeah, it was favoring this direction. I floated, though. We did float. And I believe we bounced. Well, we'll look at the touchdown effects as soon as everyone comes in. Ooh, bounce. All right, Billy's down. Looking good. Nobody's balled it up yet. We got Holden and Limp to go. The winds may be in favor of that direction, but the mountains aren't. Yeah, you got to kind of slide it pretty close. A2A does not play nice with trim. No, I totally agree with the force feedback because it was good. It was good. We got horses and cows. All right, well, we're waiting for them to come in. Let's like I said, this is a neat little airport, free from Flight SimTO. Practice your bush flying, guys. All right, there's we got Holden coming in. He floated just like me. Yeah, the mountains make it fun, right? I paid like $15 for airports like this. Yep, Orbix. Apparently, you can do it for free. So, just saying. All right, Limp. You got it. You're too low, Cougar. Wave off. Nice. There's a. Everybody bounced. Everybody bounced. That's okay. It's not often that we're bringing these type of planes into. What happened to your? Not often we're taking these planes in this type of environment. So and tailwind. So this side's got the tailwind. I have no excuse other than I was probably too fast for sure. But there's the wind direction, guys. Should have came in the more challenging way. It's a pretty strong tailwind, as a matter of fact. And we got a pond to go fishing in. Look at that. What we got? We got some deer over here. I don't know. The deer are judging us all. This is a nice, free airport. I like it. Little bridge to taxi over to go to that hangar. Drainage ditch. I'm going to say when we leave this airport, we do some fishing beforehand. I agree. Flight 10 is going to have some fishing just before we tour the Smoky Mountains. He's working on his 152 right here. I don't know, Orbix. I think you can do it for free. That might be a problem because this is definitely to their standards. And this guy's done a couple of these airports. Making sure we schedule it. We don't have to go to the early bird at the Ponderosa. Yeah, yeah. Well, I tell you what, I have an excuse when I get the call that we're going out to dinner and the grandkid's going to be there. I have to go. Hands down, cannot pass that up. All right, guys, everybody made it to Tusquittee Landing. It's looking good. This airport looks good. Our plane handled good. Learned some lessons. First thing you check is the circuit breaker, guys. And not your keybinds. Also, I want to thank, big shout out to everybody who joined me for this stream. This one was a lot of fun. Flight 9 is in the books. Flight 10 is going to be the tour of the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, one of the ones getting the upgrade with the World Sim update. So that's going to be the next flight. Shout out to Limp Rocketeer, moderator of the chat. Iron Hertz, thank you very much for the help with squeaking out some extra fuel. We needed that. And everyone else who joined it, we had Billy Holden, we had 33, and many more. Thank you very much. You guys are great. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, help us get to 1,000 subscribers. And on to the next one, guys. I got to get to some dinner plans. So I'll see you. I'm Virtual Flight Diaries. My name is John. See you.